Hello.
Hey. Say hey.
Hey.
Hey, the final podcast.
It's been 2 years.
Woo!
It's been 3 years since we started this channel.
The most amazing channel.
The best channel.
The best channel
A
ever.
fantastic channel.
Jimmy has since disappeared from the internet. No one has heard of him.
I've erased every trace of the old Jimmy.
His voice is about 3 octaves lower than it was when it first started this podcast.
Ever since he's jumped from the bridge, he's been missing.
I think it made my balls drop. It's when I hit the ground though.
Bro,
Yeah.
as scary as... Oh, wait, yeah. It
That
was
is
scary.
gravity for you, isn't it? That's what it does. But we're back with a final episode.
Yeah!
A finale to the finale. The finale's happening some other time, maybe in like a year's time. I don't know, talking out my arse.
You thought we were gone?
we-
We're not gone.
Yeah, we're not gone, okay? So if you've been telling your friends that the podcast is over, it's not over.
You say like anyone actually is.
No, they're all gonna turn around and be like, what?
Every time we think we're done, I'm gonna make another finale.
It's because our visual's not here, so people want to watch it more. Because
Exactly.
We need
slag isn't here anymore.
we need the podcast highlights as well. Yeah, Alfie has officially died. He
Yeah.
died.
I killed him.
Yeah, he moved out last week and died 5 days ago.
Jimmy gave him expired club soda, right? Was it club soda?
Cream soda. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
That's a reference to the first episode.
Yeah, where it all began.
That's a little Easter egg.
So we're going to be releasing the vinyl and the CDs of all of the of all of the
UK Boys
podcast
soundtrack.
Bro, it's so stupid.
of all of the podcast episodes.
We might just do a mashup though. There's been 8 podcasts. We might just put the highlights of all of them into one.
Exactly.
The
So
best of the best.
what's happened in the past 2 years? We graduated.
We graduated secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9s. All 9s.
All nines.
All 9s, all A's, A stars.
Nine stars.
Nines.
Some of us have started college. One of us has left college. Alfie.
You meant to let them guess.
He's never gonna. No one is gonna watch this. Ryan was gonna turn up in the podcast, but yeah.
Yeah.
Things happened.
Things with club soda happened.
It's cream soda, you old man.
And a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A massive tank of it fell onto the road.
Which
and
year did
Ryan's car slipped up and.
Yeah.
Fell
Which year
into
did that
a
happen?
Yesterday.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, a bit
It
too
happened
long.
yesterday. Conveniently before the first podcast it was going to be in. We were going to have our 6th member, Oliver, here, and our 9th. I don't know. Not our 9th.
What, your mum?
Oh,
Real funny.
that's not funny, man.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, the UK's boy hangout Discord, it's kind of disappeared, you may have noticed. All the mod team is gone. So,
Even Asteranus is gone.
yeah, the Instagram's kind of a little dead. Hopefully the Twitter will come back on soon.
Do we even have
Twitter?
a Twitter?
No. The Tumblr, the 4chan account.
1 million likes and we'll make a Twitter.
UK Boys
Yeah.
subreddit. Please make that.
UK Boys Grinder.
UK Boys Minecraft server.
Oh yeah. UK Boys Patreon as well. Oh, I could set up a Patreon.
Ooh.
It's a joke.
No one's gonna pay it. Like,
OnlyFans. It's not meant for NSFW content. What's happened since?
well,
The Ukraine war started up.
yeah,
I think the Ukraine Boys Hangout, which is a lost episode, with only me on it and a few other guys.
I think if we went through that, it might have to be demonetised. I can't lie.
Yeah, the video is still on Mammoth Chats. I could upload it onto
Yeah.
the UK Boys Hangout.
No, YouTube have niced us with that.
I was genuinely annoyed when you made the UK Boys hang out.
It was.
I was genuinely angry.
I recorded it on the server as well, didn't I?
What
so.
are your opinions on Alfie taking control of the podcast?
Yeah, we need to get him to give us feedback.
Frustration.
It's frustrating in that he put us in a bottle, like,
Rage.
locked us up.
Yeah, I'm the
And
only
took
person
control.
who's a channel manager for the UK Boys Hangout, I'm pretty sure. The last little thread of life, the last little lifeblood. Are you looking at my other voice recordings? What are they? Oh, they're local politicians that came to my school. So we got Scott Hussey.
Scott Hussey.
I think he's Reform UK. We got Jeremy Lee. He was independent, and he wanted to ban anonymity on the internet. Jeremy Lee.
Really?
And Darren Turner. I think he was the communist Darren Turner. I might be wrong. And then there are a few other ones which were like serious.
Turner. There was a guy a while ago called William Turner. He made pretty good.
Maybe he's related.
Made some pretty good paintings.
Yeah.
About the Industrial Revolution.
The Lib Dem guy there, yeah, he's the guy who's responsible for managing the roads, and so he's the reason we got potholes everywhere, which is quite funny. And he was like really awkward when we asked him about potholes because we had to give them questions and they would debate on them. Yeah, that was a cool experience. Have you guys met any cool people?
I've met Tango Baldy.
Oh yeah,
God.
Yeah, he's goated.
Can we bring him on the podcast?
We should.
Point?
We could. I mean,
Yeah, we should.
It'd
do
be a really
blue
autistic
collab.
episode. But
I would love that. That'd be awesome. Tango Baldy on the podcast. I could bring on all of the paleontology YouTubers I know. Like,
one person.
no, I know quite a few now.
Really?
I'm in the circle. They wanted to put me in Paleo Rewind. Oh,
Really? What'd you say?
I said yeah, but they've never gotten back to me.
Nice. Well, I've met Keir Starmer recently, personally.
You met Keir Starmer?
No, you have
did.
not.
Did you
I
tell
did.
him he was a woke socialist who wants to bring... no, I better stop there.
Yeah. We don't want to get politics involved in this. I don't.
Yeah, the UK Boys Hangout arguably had quite an impact on the 2024 election, and we kind of want to, in the coming years, we want to keep it on the low key,
Yeah, I think that's also what led to the downfall because of the different, like, political opinions.
Yeah, I've got to say the economy definitely took a downturn after we stopped uploading.
Correlation or causation.
Yeah, after the COVID boom, we actually call it the UK Boys Hangout boom.
Yeah, because that's changed it all.
The
With
media giants.
our massive 84 subscribers.
How long have we been going for? Is it a podcast yet?
It's 7
You could
minutes.
say that.
Yeah, we'll be there.
No, we need more minutes.
No,
I want to get a good run time on it. Like, at least, like, I want to go to 12 minutes. That's the goal.
12 minutes, solid.
We've already ran out of stuff to talk about.
Alright, let's play a game.
Let's play Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare. No, this never ends well.
I'll tell you a truth. I choose truth.
Truth. Truth. What's good truth?
How's
love life?
I'm gonna die alone.
Okay. Alright.
Put it there. Love you, George.
So like,
I
have a crush.
I'm not shaking your hand.
Yeah, well, you didn't ask them. Okay, Jimmy, truth or dare?
Truth.
Do you think the podcast should go on for another 10 episodes?
Yeah.
Of course, bro. Yeah, boy.
Yes!
Alright, I choose truth as well.
Cowards. Do you think the podcast should go on for another 11 episodes?
You guys are so boring. Look, guys, you can see
It's a
what
yes
I
or no.
broke up with.
It's a yes or no question.
No, I've got a
It's
lot
like
of
the
things to say.
Oh, but 10's the limit.
No, like 10 is the limit. 11 is really twisting my arm here.
We're like the Beatles. We're really infighting,
This is not gonna last 10 episodes.
We're gonna break up. We're
Honestly,
gonna be
I
like
don't think anyone's watching this.
This is gonna be like the Oasis
Shut up,
reunion
Ringo.
tour.
Alright, John.
Yeah, Oasis, the Gallagher brothers and the
Yeah.
other two.
Is it?
Yeah, we're gonna
Liam.
organise another episode in a year, but we're not gonna do it because we're gonna have a fight before then.
We're gonna break up.
It's never gonna happen.
Our final album will never be released.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the Ringo Starr Octopus song or whatever?
No.
It's like one of the final recordings when the Beatles were about to break up, and it's just them singing about an octopus. I'll play it afterwards.
Yeah, we got to at least get it to 10 episodes. We're on 9 currently with this. We got to record at least
Did
one
we only
more.
release 9 episodes?
8 so far, but
8.
this will be 9. So we got to go.
Yeah,
Is this
we-
8.5
we have
though?
We owe it to the fans to record a few more. Like, we've been gone
Hey,
for a year, lads.
If you
We gotta do
guarantee
it.
2 more episodes, I would make it 8 enough. No, I say we go to 8, then we go to 8 and 1/4.
Yeah.
That's so good. Yeah, I say we do it that way. 8 and 2/4, then 8.5.
Alright, so this is an 8th. Well, that's another 8 tomorrow.
Then 8 3/5. 8 3/4.
It's probably more difficult for them because, like, on Discord now, like, they don't know who's... Yeah, alright.
Yeah, we won't be able to join Discord calls because
No.
Jimmy had to take down his Discord account.
Yeah. Did you actually? I don't know.
No,
I don't remember that.
Oh,
I
you didn't?
I just decided to make it dumb.
No, he took down
Does
his
it make
YouTube.
something up?
He
Yeah.
had to after the
Cancelled.
incident.
Alright, yeah. So we've done 10.5 minutes. That's
Can we do our
good.
awkward silence now?
Alright, yeah, so have you done anything nice today? George? Have you done anything nice today?
We're doing the awkward silence.
Oh, sorry.
Padding out the wrong time. Yeah, I've today I trimmed my rose bushes.
What do you mean by that? Trimming bushes.
I'm joking. Yeah, I met up with my friends. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. See you. What did you do today?
You should know, you were there.
SolUploadz. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I like your new video, by the way.
Which new video?
The music one.
Oh, cheers, bro.
You're still making music?
Yeah.
Before you took it down.
Nah, it's all still up.
No.
Yeah. His whole channel's still going.
I'll give it a
Yeah,
whack.
I just make EDM because that's pretty much the only thing that bangs these days.
Guys, you know
I
now...
know you're like... It's
What?
boring, isn't it? It's really boring.
All of the viewers are gonna like come over, you know, like from my 68,000 view video.
Come over, what do you mean?
They're gonna be like,
Whoa, that's sus. Yeah,
what?
no,
George had this secret channel? What? He had this secret channel all along?
To be fair,
Wow.
though,
To be fair. What are you saying?
to be fair,
To be fair, though. What did we do on the podcast? Does anyone remember?
just chat shit about SVC
Um,
teachers.
Alfie would play games because we're not good enough for him.
Yeah, he'd make yo mama jokes.
Yeah, there's no grudges here. It's like the Beatles reunite, but John Lennon has been shot. Whatever. Who was shot first? George Harrison?
Oh well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't care.
All right, we've
I
got
hate
12
the
minutes
Beatles.
now. I might have to go.
I think.
See
yeah,
ya.
I think
You've
the
not paid me
front
enough
door's
for this. Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
have a good one, man.
Bye.
Bye, hon.
Too bad. I'm not going to get to walking down. I'm going
Bye.
to be recording the podcast.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye, honey.
Bye, my little cutie.
No, wait, if
Thanks,
Solomon's
family.
dad or mum comes all the way
Goodbye,
up
my
here,
love bug.
then we can put them in the podcast.
Goodbye, my sweet pie.
So, do you think the 2003 invasion of Iraq was justified?
Yeah, of course it was.
Oil.
Yeah, we need oil.
Yeah, we do need oil. And
What are we going to do about it?
Yeah, how are we going to drive?
Just keep oil.
Just to keep on. That's great. Yeah, because the UK is so well known for their oil mining. Yeah, so true. Do you actually think you're going to do another podcast, or is this the finale? It always ended up this way, didn't
We'll
it?
never know.
Me and you at the end.
It was
just
always destined
chatting.
to be
Yeah.
me and you.
Yeah.
We're the best ones.
We were, yeah, the merch that sold out always had us on it, like hugging
Yeah.
and kissing and stuff.
Alfie was fun in the first episode, then he got boring. Solomon never spoke. Josh, I couldn't
Aw,
hear him because his
he was-
voice was too low.
What guests do you want in the future? Trump?
Ideally,
Kanye?
Bruce Wayne.
He's not real. Is he?
What? What?
Wait. Would you and Bruce Wayne be able to be on the podcast together though?
I mean, no one's ever seen us in the same room.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know, I've always wondered where you get all of that money to, you know, have all of that plastic surgery.
Gym industries.
Oh no. How deep are we in now? 14 minutes? Oh my god! He did actually leave at 12 minutes, didn't he? Wow.
12 minutes 23.
That's quite impressive. I'm gonna heavily edit this, so every time I make a reference, I'm gonna like edit it like a YouTube video,
Done.
just for the hell of it. So are we gonna talk about what was our podcast we had for like? We had a podcast, right, about Star Wars for like one episode.
Then we got bored. Or
Yeah,
iPod?
I turned that into a footage channel, so I just
Really?
keep tons of footage on there.
Is it private?
There's 2 public ones which my nan's carer asked me to upload, which is like of a Vulcan. You know what a Vulcan is, right?
Is that a bird?
No, the plane. It like makes a really iconic sound. It's a nuclear bomber plane. They were used in the Falklands War.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The channel's there. It's just called the George Archive at the minute. I need to find a proper name. I don't know if I'm going to work on it. It might be gone by the time this is up.
I think I remember that Star Wars episode. It was fun. I like Star Wars.
Yeah, you just never wanted to do a podcast again, and then I think you asked me to take it down, so I did.
Oh.
We could re-upload all of the Lost Podcast episodes onto the channel.
Could well do. We should do that. We should.
Yeah, I'll upload the Star Wars one, definitely, and maybe the Ukraine Boys Hangout one. That would be quite funny. I don't know what other...
Who did you do the Ukraine ones with?
My friend Ewan, who's in the year below, and my friend John, who went to a different school. So, like, one of them was a childhood friend, one of them I met for a mutual friend.
I thought Aaron was in it.
No, he's never been in a podcast. The Ewan, yeah, he had a podcast called The Peasant Podcast, and it's up on SoundCloud. We should get the podcast up on SoundCloud, I think. We should do that.
Didn't Sam start one called like the Triceratops podcast?
Yeah, we had trike chats for a little bit,
Yeah.
but it was like only like 5-minute long episodes. They were just like kind of boring. They're not on the channel anymore. I won't upload them onto the UK Boys Hangout. We can make it like a little bit of an archive. But, yeah. It's quite funny how much media there is surrounding the UK Boys Hangout.
How much lore there is.
Yeah, like, there's like in-jokes across episodes, like when we go, ha ha ha, like, and all that. And, like,
You slapper.
oh no. Where did I get that from? I just really wanted to be Jay Schlatt.
Yeah.
Like, that is pretty obvious. I'm putting all of my effort into the podcast in those videos. And everyone else is just sort of like sitting there.
We're just reacting to what you're saying. You're
Yeah.
the main guy.
I'm not going to say that, but why was anyone else listening, you know? Yeah. I think definitely it's because a lot of people think, oh, I can talk about stuff. It can make a podcast, you know?
That's how it works.
Yeah, you need a predisposed viewer base, and you need like hooks, you know.
Yeah, you need to be funny as well.
You are quite funny. You could probably do it. I think you got a YouTube personality. You could do it. You got the sense of humour for it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, no one can be on all of the time. You just got to learn how to turn on and off, like me.
On and off.
That sounds wrong.
Are you turned on right now?
Like, no, but like, you know, turn on your YouTube personality and then turn it off whenever. Like, I can yap forever
Sorry,
right
that's
now.
called like bipolar.
Not bipolar. That's like an emotional thing.
I hate being bipolar, it's awesome. That's that Kanye West album cover.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's your favourite Kanye album?
I mean, I've only listened through Graduation.
Yeah.
And I thought it was extremely overrated. There was like 3 or 4 good songs on it, but it's not his best album.
Really, what do you think his best album is? I was moving it closer because you're coming up quite quiet on it.
Oh, sorry, we could, I mean, out of the 3 songs that I've heard on...
College Dropout?
Yeah, is that the one with the
Late
bear and the
Registration.
white background?
That might be
There's like a picture of a bear on the bench with golden like outline, then the white background. I think that's College Dropout.
Yeah, I think that's College
Because
Dropout.
I prefer that album to the ones that I've heard on Graduation.
Yeah, I think College Dropout is really solid. I used to listen to it all the way through on the bus on the way to school. I would say you should probably listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That one.
I've heard Devil in a New Dress and Runaway, but haven't listened through it yet.
Don't listen to the Jay-Z songs. They're kind of shocking. But it is a pretty peak album. It's like Radiohead tier of like meaning, you know? Like every song really is...
Oh yeah, I listened to about half of Donda. But because there's like 23 songs on it, I listened to 12 and got bored.
Yeah, so
They were all the same song.
I think the problem with a lot of albums these days is like when you look at Radiohead, their longest album is like 53 minutes, and I think that's Hell to the Thief. It might no, because OK Computer is like 56 minutes long, but still, like their longest album is not that long because they try and cram as much good stuff within the songs there. They don't have any filler songs or anything like that. Well, I think like people like maybe not Kanye, all of his stuff is pretty consistent, but a lot of music creators, even Oasis, they have filler songs. You know,
Yeah.
I hate that. Oh, we're talking about music. Have we ever done that?
I don't think so.
Still got new stuff to talk about.
Because we never used to talk about... I don't think we ever used to have an interest in music back in the day.
Yeah, other than Radiohead, I was definitely obsessed with Radiohead.
Yeah, I didn't care about music back then, really. But now I love music.
I love music.
I've been learning guitar, actually.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's sick.
nearly 2 months.
Never mentioned it. Why not?
Because I wanted to get good before I told anyone. In
This-
case they asked me to play and I can't.
This is the same phenomena you have with the gym, isn't it? You wanted to.
I don't want to tell
be
anyone that
buff
I go
before you told
until they can tell.
Just
'cause
figured you out.
If I tell someone I go to the gym, but I'm small, they're gonna laugh at me.
Yeah, that's fair. I think people eventually notice you're making an effort, you know.
Yeah, I think they can now. I think my tits are pretty big, but
Demonetized. What do you think of MF Doom? Good.
I do like him. But his songs are so similar.
That's the funny thing. I was reading this thing about him, and he does not like hip hop. He only listens to jazz.
Really?
He doesn't listen to any other hip hop artists. What he likes about hip hop is just rhyming. He likes rhyming and like
Ryan's good.
poetry, and he reads poetry and stuff like that. I think before he started rapping, he would just do like word searches and stuff, and that's how he got so good.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think that's such an interesting thing. Like one of the best rappers of all time did not have an interest in rap.
He wasn't a musician. He was a poet.
And I think that's definitely maybe more in Mad Villainy, but in a lot of his other albums as well. That definitely is highlighted.
I think Mad Villainy is so overrated.
I think it's a bit like OK Computer. You know, it's like peak, but it's not going to be the album I listen to every day. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just beaten like a dead horse. You know,
Yeah.
especially Mad Villainy 2, which is just a remix by Madlib.
I haven't heard that one.
Apparently, there may be a proper sequel to Mad Villainy coming out. My friend told me about this. I don't know how true this is, but apparently Madlib is finishing off MF Doom's final album. I don't know how true that is. So, that would be cool. What's your favourite... Oh, yeah. It's Doomsday, right?
Yeah.
That's your
But
favourite.
I've listened to Doomsday, Food, and Mad Villainy. Out of those three, my favourite is Doomsday.
I think you would like Danger Doom. It's definitely a bit more... It's a bit more mid-songs on it. But when it hits, it really hits. It's like Mad Villainy, B-Tech Mad Villainy, I guess, and it was released a year after, so it's very much the same sort of stuff. And he did some good stuff with Starface, but yeah, a lot of his stuff isn't that good. Like, there's a lot of...
Yeah, he goes by so many names, I don't know which is which.
There's King Ghidorah. I've recently found King Ghidorah, which is King Ghidorah spelt wrong, but is its own artist on Spotify. There's this one is called like the Saw Monsters, and that's a group he was a part of, where he was King Ghidorah. Then there's Victor Vaughn, there's MF Doom, and then Mad Villain is him combined with another rapper. So is Danger Doom, so is Nahuvria Doom or whatever.
Is Mad Villainy him and Madlib?
Yeah. And then Nahuvri Doom is him and Nahuvria or whatever his name is. JJ Doom, I'm pretty sure is his own artist, but it's also a hybrid with MF Doom. It's really confusing.
Yeah.
But it's cool because like there's so much lore to it and so much went into all of the albums and the stories.
A lot of his songs, especially on Doomsday and Food, they sound like comic books.
Yeah,
like all caps.
Yeah, they really do actually. All Caps is on Mad Villainy, right?
Yeah,
It's probably I know it's re-released from another album. I'm pretty sure.
like when I see comic books, like that's the sound I imagine if I were to read it.
It's quite sad that he never really got to have a comic, right? He did. There is, you know, the have you watched the what's it called, the all caps video?
Yeah.
There is a comic that continues that, but it was only released in like a couple thousand editions.
Oh.
So yeah, it's quite annoying. But MF Doom has hijacked the podcast. Do you want to end it here?
How do you feel
Ooh,
about the
yeah.
change from Radiohead's first album to their newer stuff?
So from Pablo Honey to what do you count as?
Pretty much like.
Do you count?
OK Computer onwards.
So we're not talking about OK Not OK or Kid A Amnesia, which is just
Yeah, ignore those.
okay. So we're going up to a
So
Moonshaped
like
Pool
2000
to
present.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so obviously everyone calls Kid A the greatest U-turn in all of history
Yeah.
because it's completely different to OK Computer. OK Computer is like alt rock. Kid A is like electronica mixed in with rock. It's very weird. And then Amnesiac is just like the leftovers.
Yeah.
Hail to the Thief is sort of like its own thing. It's a lot more like OK Computer. Then In Rainbows is completely different from all of that. It's
Yeah.
like an insanely beautiful album.
It's like jazz rock.
Yeah, I think that's the best way I could describe it, yeah. And then King of Limbs we don't talk about, but it's basically electronic rhythms experimented. Have you listened to it?
Not
You've seen the gif of Tom York dancing, right? That's from the song Lotus Flower, I think.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, and then there's a Moonshaped Pool. And so I would say over time, what sort of happened is that they kept on ramping up the standard of their album so much. Because, like, if you look at OK Computer and Kid A, they're so much more favoured than Hail to the Thief and Amnesiac.
Yeah.
Because their standard was so high by that point. And so they had to keep on topping it and topping it. And then it all ended with a Moonshaped Pool, which is like peak Radiohead. It's like the end, you know?
Is that their most recent album?
Yeah. You can't get any better than that.
Hello? Hello?
That's his name.
Jim?
Hello?
Jim, you picking up now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's 5:30. Where do you want Grandad to get you?
I'll be on the bench by the corner.
By the school?
Yeah.
Alright then, see you soon.
See you soon. Love you.
Bye,
Bye.
love you.
Bye.
Cut it out. But yeah, they just kept on innovating.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would describe it because they're all so different, you know? How would you describe it?
Well, I prefer the change. Because it doesn't feel like what they were doing on Pablo Honey. It didn't sound like that was what they wanted to do.
What about the bends? Do you like the bends?
I do like the bends. Street Spirit, Fade Out. It's one of my favourite songs by them.
Iron Lung as well. Everyone loves Iron Lung.
I know I've listened to it, but I can't remember it.
Do you want me to sing it? I don't think I can remember it. I actually can't
Because I
recall
know
the
it's
song.
quite popular, but don't know it.
Bulletproof, I wish I was. That's a good one as well. But, yeah, it's sort of like you can see they're stepping towards alt-rock.
Yeah.
Then they take the U-turn. Then they start stepping towards alt-rock. Then they sort of do another thing. Oh, my dog wants to come in. It's really interesting, but yeah,
I
go
feel
ahead.
like the bends were the perfect in between Pablo Honey and OK Computer.
I'm gonna let my dog in. Yeah, I'd probably agree, actually.
Because
I think
it's a really good combination of the two.
it combines the best of, like, rock, grunge, hello, Bessie, and alt-rock and all of that, you know? It really does do its own thing. I don't think it will ever be my favourite.
No.
What would you say from there? What do you think is peak Radiohead?
I mean, out of what I've listened to, I think Kid A is the most experimental album. And it's most like their modern sound, but it's not my favourite. I do prefer OK Computer.
Mm.
As stereotypical as it is, it is my favourite album by them.
I mean, it's seen as one of the top 20 greatest albums of all time.
Yeah, easily.
Like,
I like every song on it.
it's just so solid, you know, and it's such a good narrative as well.
Do you know how electioneering goes? Like the song?
The stuff I can't.
Yeah, I was so confused when I heard that because it sounds not much like any of the other stuff on the album.
It's like more Hail to the Thief. It's very politically driven. It's all about the Blair election and how he believes it was like a fraud, I think. Which it kind of was, kinda. There's a lot of stuff dodgy. But he basically doesn't trust the Labour Party. I think that's what it's about. And yeah, she's right in the way of the microphone. They did return to politics. Like there's a song about Trump on the Numbers. The Numbers in what is she doing? What is the dog doing in a moon-shaped pool? What are you doing? Yeah, and where do you think it went? So that's the peak for you. Do you think it went downhill? Like I think In Rainbows is their peak personally.
Oh, we have listened to In Rainbows. I do like In Rainbows. It's just too experimental for me.
Really?
Like 15 Step. I do like the song.
I feel like it's like the perfect middle ground. Like it's not too experimental to a point where it's unlistenable.
Yeah, like Nude as well. They're just slightly too psychedelic for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that makes me really sad. That's like my favourite album ever.
Yeah.
What about Jigsaw Falling Into Place? That's
I
pretty
do like that.
linear.
That's a pretty good one.
I'm trying to remember the other songs.
Weird Fishes. I can't remember how that goes
Weird
exactly.
Fishes breaks my heart. I think it's the most beautiful song ever, but I know a lot of people disagree with me. And how much of a Moon-Shaped Pool have you listened to?
I haven't listened to it yet.
You probably heard Burn the Witch. If you've seen...
I probably have, yeah.
You know the music video... Have you watched any of their music videos?
Some of them, yeah.
It's the one with the little the stop motion animation one.
Don't know.
Well, it's quite good.
Weird Fishes is stop motion, pretty sure.
Yeah. But this one is like done with little toys in the village. And they take a guy through the village and then they show him all of this horrible satanic stuff. And then they try to burn him inside of this massive stick statue. And then he escapes at the end. It's quite good. It's about politics, I think, once again. But
yeah, I haven't listened to Amnesiac, Hail to the Thief, or Moon-Shaped Pool yet.
A Moon-Shaped Pool is probably the one I would most motivate you to
I'm trying to listen to them in order. Just to catch their evolution, really.
I might do that at some point. But once you do get to a Moon-Shaped Pool, it's such a sad note for Radiohead to end on. It ends on the song True Love Waits, and it they can't end there, you know? They have to release another album.
Is The Smile can Radiohead?
It's got Tom York, it's got Johnny Greenwood. It doesn't have any of the other guys. They're not saying they're expanding upon Radiohead, but they kind of are. It's weird. I don't really like some of their stuff, especially their popular stuff. I like their more low-key parts of their album. It's like they're experimenting with Kid A again, you know? It sounds like Kid A, kind of. I think that's the best way I could describe it. It's not really for me. Tom York's solo stuff, though, is really good. Confidezer.
I haven't heard it yet.
Eraser. Listen to Eraser. That's his best album, I think. Yeah, they're all pretty peak. He made them in between working on Radiohead, so they sound a lot like Radiohead. You know, really good. Viewers, you've just been on a crash course through Radiohead, MF Doom, Kanye West.
You just heard passion on a microphone.
Foresight. that sounds like it should be a rap verse. We're probably going to continue this conversation, but we can make a Patreon segment. That would be funny.
That's just... What's that called?
Yeah.
What's the term? I don't know. I'll get later.
Fan section, I don't know. Head over to the Patreon section. Psych, we're not having one. I'll see you in the next episode in 10 years.
Bye.
Bye.